Slaptail Squad, assemble.
If you're listening to this, you remember the great Slaptail Nation, my nation. And who am I? I'm the Beaveman, master of the universe, creator of all things great and small, and Lord High Commander of the great Slaptail Nation army. And with me today, live in the Beaver Den, with an ass so fine, make you want to violate the first commandment, the evil end to my Skeletor, the Padme to my Darth Vader, a woman who's as stingy with her pussy as Scrooge McDuck is with $1. I give you the Swan. Say hello, Swan.
Hello, Swan.
Nice job. How are things?
Things are full of anger and rage. And I just want to point out that you just had your statement of your introduction was full of pressured speech. So you might have anger and rage as well. I feel it from your bones.
Pressured speech sounds like something a psychologist would say.
Yes.
And we all know that psychology is a fake science. Moving on.
And on that note.
And on that note, also with us today, all the way from Jersey. Oh, Jersey. Jersey.
A fake scientist.
Where he admitted that he poops his pants on purpose.
On purpose because he's lazy. Funny man, Mike Cateo, known in a tri-county area as the funniest guy with an immovable left arm. We give you Nemo.
Hello, everybody. I'm waving.
Yes, it's an audio
Yay.
medium. They
He's
cannot
waving,
see you wave.
Waving and automatically fisting. Hello, Nemo.
Yay! Yay!
Do you want
You're not supposed to salute yourself. That's our thing.
Can. Salute. Slaptail salute. Anyway.
That should be seen.
Yeah, that should be seen. It's
Anyway,
great.
quite a. Well, first of all, I'd like to apologize to the listeners. You've noticed that we've had some lags in getting our shows out. We don't
Because
really do
suck.
that.
It's because we suck.
And it's not because we
No,
suck.
it's
because
not. It's
life has
not.
gotten in the way, unfortunately. We've had a lot of stuff going on. We can't speak about it right now.
We'll save
Too
that for
intense.
later.
Maybe a year from now, we'll be able to tell you why. But we apologize.
I'm pregnant.
We're hoping to get
Just
back on
kidding.
track.
Not at all.
Hopefully, we can get back on track with giving you an episode every week, except, of course, when we're on break.
You
during
would
summertime.
have to have sex to be pregnant.
Right. And I would also have to
That's
have a
not
uterus.
necessarily true.
Oh, I could
not
have
true.
Oh, yeah, that's
have
right. I did see
concepted.
those pictures.
Yeah, I don't have a uterus. It would be really
Sorry.
crazy if I was pregnant. It would just be totally. Yeah, that would be if I had 2 uteruses, maybe, or something. I don't
Well,
know.
and we're double protected because I've had a vasectomy also.
And triple threat, no sex. Yeah,
Abstinence.
we're like
Abstinence.
the triple threat against pregnancy. I can't even speak.
Yeah, you know what they say. Abstinence makes the heart grow fonder.
No, that's a lie.
Abstinence promotes self-love. That's what it is.
That's what it is. Yeah, for sure. Yep.
Faux show. Nemo, what has been going on with you? How was World Series of Comedy? I hear you won.
Oh, my.
No, I know you
I
did.
did not win, but I had one of the best sets. And afterwards, like.
He said he had the best sex. That's what it sounded like to me.
Set.
I know. I was just kidding.
SET.
Okay,
You
gotcha.
sent those dishes home
The
early.
best.
He got
Yo.
a set of dishes. Send them home to his wife.
And a bunch of. Would you guys listen to me?
We're listening. We're just interrupting like
There's a
you do
delay.
to us. There's a delay. We can't help it. There's a delay while he's streaming, while he's full on talking, and we're just interrupting. It's fine though. Okay, continue on.
Kind of fun for us, actually.
It is pretty fun.
Okay. Okay. So I got a lot of people who wanted to work with me. And I have a couple of meetings with agents and managers set up.
That's pretty freaking dope. Just remember
So,
where you started. Just remember
a
where you got your
pretty cool
start.
trip.
Just remember where you got your start on this podcast, right? Remember the little
Okay,
people.
yeah. Then forget the 20 years of work I was putting in before this.
Oh,
project.
details.
Clearly, everybody around you has.
Oh, nice. Oh,
I hate you guys.
but you come back for more. Why? Because you like drama?
I don't know. Like every night I lie in bed thinking, do I need these people in my life?
And then you're like, yes, I do. They're
Just
like,
so you know, if somebody books you for an island and you're the only guest,
that's a problem.
That's
You're going to
not
be
good.
like roasted in the kettle.
Jeffrey Epstein's island.
no, he's going to be the most dangerous game, which is not even going to be challenging. They're
Ooh.
like, I'll give you an hour head start. I'm like, have you seen the guy walk? You need to give him at least a 2-day start just to make it to the end of the
They're
driveway.
like, hey, Mike, here's 2 sticks. Start a fire. No. Oh. No.
Oh, I've got a great idea for a TV show.
Uh-huh. What?
Disabled Survivor.
Oh, yeah, that would be great. Or differently
Survivor,
abled.
the crippled edition.
That would be awesome.
Differently abled.
If you put 4
Survivor.
of us together as one guy.
Well, now we're PC.
I know.
Now,
I was just trying to be. I was not even meaning it because I was waiting for you to use the word that you usually use.
I hate that
starts
term.
with an
I
R.
really, really hate that term.
There's a guy who's
Retard.
There's a guy
Yeah,
woo's I think
that one.
I'm pretty sure he's from Michigan, but he's wheelchair bound. And when they were talking about different comedians, and he's like, "You guys got anybody I can fight?" I was like, "I got someone."
that would be hilarious. Comedian,
Like,
crippled,
what would anybody want to see? What would somebody want to see? Like,
crippled
If you-
comedian fight club. That would be hilarious.
Crippled.
But with comedy, like
So,
a comedy battle.
A cruise agent approached me. He wants my stuff. I need to book a 20-minute PG set and send it to them.
Interesting. A PG set, you say?
I mean,
Yes.
how? You can't really talk about sucking cock or crack in a PG set. So
No, you can't.
no, not so much.
Just
So
But I
Change it
can
to
talk about
straw.
my family.
Just change it
Yeah.
to straw.
I have an hour of clean material.
I was
well.
sucking this big straw.
And
It was thick, too.
it was thick. It was so thick.
And I was smoking
And
this.
there was a lot of liquid in it.
I was smoking this sausage.
I'm- Yep. Oh no. Anyway,
And after I smoked this sausage, I just wanted another one.
Oh, and I got a college management company behind me.
Sweet.
Metropolis Management.
Sweet. Is that public knowledge? Is it allowed, or do we need to
Yeah.
turkey that out?
I have my introductory meeting with them next week.
Sweet. That's pretty exciting.
I
I'll
heard,
be in Chicago in November for
I heard those gigs suck
a
ass.
presentation.
Those gigs suck ass.
That's what I heard.
Or you
What
get your
colleges?
Yeah.
They're awesome. They're just there's a lot of things you can't say anymore.
yeah.
When I used to do colleges in the early 2000s, I could get away with anything. Now, not so much.
And
Well, you'll have to give us your November dates when you're going to be in Chicago, and maybe we'll come see you because it's not really that
That
far
would
from
be
us. So yeah, let us know later at some point. So
I'm driving there.
oh, then tell
God.
me
Clear the
afterwards.
roads.
Tell me afterwards, and we will ride the train there. So that
So
we don't.
you're
have
gonna
to
drive
encounter-
to you're gonna drive to Chicago in November.
I've done it before.
Yeah, in the snow. It might be snowy then, and shitty and icy.
Have you heard my Phantom Tollbooth story?
No, I don't think so.
So I was driving to Chicago, and you know how the toll booths, some of them have gates that go up and down, and some don't.
Yeah.
Driving for so long, like my eyes were hurting, and I didn't see the gate. It just blurred with everything else. I drove right through.
And you got that big ticket, didn't you? Because they take a picture of your license plate in there.
No, because I didn't stop.
Oh, I guess you have to slow enough to not have to for them to get a license plate, maybe. Interesting. So, note to self: what
Maybe.
date and time was
No,
that? No,
I had nightmares of people coming to get me.
you should.
He just has an arm on the top of his car, one of those drop down arms. Wife comes out there. What is this exactly? It's terrible, man. A gate arm on his car. Did it break away, or did you like smash it?
It bent out, and then I looked behind me, and I was like, "Oh shit, I'm not stopping!" And I pulled off onto a gas station, and I got myself together because I was pretty freaked out.
Did you shit your pants?
No,
Oh.
thank God.
You
Oh.
didn't? That's
did
crazy.
Did it fuck up your car real bad?
No, not at all. Nothing.
Oh, well, that's good.
It was
then.
already fucked up.
Maybe it really wasn't there and it was just a figment of your imagination.
It was just some black gentleman.
Oh, no, I mean, just like it
No,
wasn't
that's
really,
what I
it was
mean.
a
He just-
mirage.
It wasn't an arm. He just hit a person.
No, I mean, not there at all. Because he had no damage to his car. So it was just not even there. He was
Well, if
just,
they go underneath your car, it
he just
doesn't
had a
damage the car.
nightmare while he was awake driving, one of those kind of things, like a hallucination that because he was too tired to be driving.
Maybe.
Let's go with that. That's the safest way to not get you arrested 10 years later. So,
The FBI is listening to me.
yes, they might be. They probably are.
It just didn't catch him because when they took a picture of the person behind the wheel, there was no one there.
Ooh.
I was bent down looking for my glasses.
Exactly.
Oh, boy.
No wonder you hit shit.
Yep.
Dropped a tic
That was a
tac.
very deep laugh, Swan.
Well, my cackle. That was my cackle.
Swan,
right.
have you got stuff you want to talk about?
I mean, I do have
Where's
a
GiGi?
lot of things. She's running late. She's pulling a mic. Maybe she'll be a no-show. I don't know.
Who knows?
Who knows?
No, we call that a romp.
Around. But I don't know. So other people have
don't we call-
non-showed, no-showed more than, or, just plain old forgot about us because they were having dinner with their family and stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's you. It's you. I'm calling you
Yeah,
out.
that was me.
So I have lots of anger and I've decided to unleash it and just let it out of my brain and just not hold it back anymore. And I'm going to embrace the anger and be more like Beaveman because the world needs more people
Wait,
like
this
that.
is you holding back?
Yeah, I've been holding back for years. So just wait. It's going to get ugly, but it's really funny. And I've been starting to write them down because when I get in my head and I'm reading, thinking about stuff, it usually happens at nighttime when I can't sleep. By the time I get up in the morning, I forget what I'm so mad about or all the things I was thinking about. So I just have been starting to take notes. So I'm just going to go through some of them. Does that sound fun? And you can just see how angry I am at the world and how I think
That sounds awesome.
most people in the world are fucking stupid. And we have to be tolerant of stupid or lazy or ignorant or just, I don't even know.
It's ignorant.
It's ignorant.
It's ignorant.
I don't know. How do you feel about, is that what happens to you, Beaveman? Is that what goes through your head? You just let it out or you don't even filter
I
it?
wasn't even listening to you. What did you say?
See, you're an asshole. That just proves right there you're not even listening. Mike was
I feel
listening.
like you were ramping up to something, but you were never making a point.
I'm going to get to it. So I'm first example. So I was,
Right? Stop it! I guess I can use this voice, that's fine. I was riding in the car with my aunt, and we were driving from our
neighborhood and it's easier to go fast if you let me just have my real voice. But anyway, so riding in the car with my aunt, driving down our road, and I don't know, Mike, if you came that way, but there's railroad tracks at the end of the road. We were almost to the railroad tracks, and opposite way that we were going, a car was stopped with the turn signal on to turn left. And this motherfucker behind him is just racing up, clearly not paying attention, and almost rear ends them, has to slam on their brakes to not rear end them. Don't you fucking pay attention to the car in front of you when you're driving, especially if there's a stopped car and then you're going down the road? I don't know.
You're probably asking
So-
the wrong person.
True that. But even so, cars are new enough now that my car has the little sensor that says you're going to fucking hit something and red lights go off and it brakes for you. And this guy, and that's probably what happened. His car probably actually did it for him. But anyway, so yeah, fucking people are stupid. That's basically the moral of this whole point. But that was the first one that started it. And then it just went downhill from there. And then other things that bother me, lots of them. Why do you go to the gas station and it has pay at the pump? And then you get done pumping your gas and it says see cashier. If I wanted to see the fucking cashier, I would have went in the beginning. I just want to pay at the pump and fucking go. So that's another one.
Maybe they just mean see the cashier.
Yeah, wave and say hi. No, if my fucking credit card didn't go through and it says see cashier, I'm pretty sure it verifies that shit beforehand. I don't want to see the cashier. I don't need a receipt. I'm fucking leaving. So nope, not going to see the cashier.
The cashier's ugly.
She probably is, or he, or them, or I don't know. But I didn't want to go in there. That's why I put my credit card in the machine and wanted to pay at the pump. Because that pissed me off the other day. So that happened. But did I go in there? Yeah, I did, because I don't want to steal gas. because they say they'll like hunt you down and shit, and they probably will.
It's
Okay.
a lot more boring than I thought it would be.
Well, you're not making it fun because you're not interrupting
we're
me
not
like I
saying
usually
anything.
do.
You're just talking.
If you just interrupt me like we usually
We
do, and I
gotta,
have to
we
start
gotta
over.
get you.
We gotta get me what?
We gotta get you rage.
Rage?
We gotta get you rage.
Okay, well, I was a bit ragey
We gotta
today.
get you red eyes.
Red eyes and angry. So how about today
Yes.
that we were at
Yes.
Aldi, and do you have an Aldi, Mike? Do you shop there? The grocery store?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if your Aldi is like it, but every single Aldi that I've ever gone to is you go there, you put your things on the cart, and they're already like throwing shit in the cart and scanning it so fast that they're like just lightning speed scanning your shit and throwing it in the cart, and you have to go bag your own shit. But inevitably, like you're buying frozen peas or frozen something or eggs, and something is fucking broken in your cart because they're just throwing it into the cart. And so I had my bags already, and we had our stuff all on the cart, and I opened up the bags and I put them in there, and I said to the cashier, I said, "Hey, can you like please just put the stuff in the bag?" And she's like, "Well, if it stays open, because we have." What did she say? I'm gonna try to find it exactly because we have
This is what anger is like.
Yeah.
Because I was there for that conversation, and Swan is doing this snotty voice. The girl did not talk to her that way.
She didn't. But she said she wasn't snotty. She said we're
Yeah,
timed.
but you're trying to make
Okay,
it look
well,
like she talked to you
not-
that way.
no,
but
she
didn't
wasn't
talk
being
to you that
snotty.
way. She was
She
being
just-
polite to you.
she
She didn't
was.
talk to you that way at all.
Said if the bag stays open because we're timed on the registers. I'm like, okay, how is it more efficient for you to like throw the shit in the fucking bag and be timed at how fast you can scan shit when I'm gonna then therefore stand there anyway before I pay my thing and then I gotta bag my own groceries and it takes just as long. But I'm standing there bagging my own groceries and you don't give a fuck. What about grandma and grandpa who can't even reach into the cart and get their groceries out and they have to bag their own groceries? Would it take
Or
you
what if it's grandma and grandpa?
or grandma and grandma?
Or grandma and grandma?
Right? Yeah,
or
that
grandpa
too.
and grandpa? Or
Right.
grandpa,
Or like
grandma,
the fucking
or
lady
grandma,
with no
grandpa.
legs who's got the Amigo that can't reach into the cart to get your shit that you just threw in the bottom of the cart. You couldn't put it in the cart. It doesn't take any longer to scan it and put it in the open bag that is in the cart than just chuck it in the cart. How is that more productive? It's not productive in any way. That's a bad Aldi model. Sorry, Aldi. I love your prices and I love your things, but like take 5 extra seconds to like let the people put the stuff gently into the cart.
I think it comes down to them not caring about their employees, Swan.
They get paid really well, I hear, and they have good insurance.
but that's
How
why do they get
fucked
paid
up
really well?
though to time them?
Yeah, that's fucked up.
that is fucked up.
Again,
and they,
that's showing that it's not that they don't care about the satisfaction of their employee, even though your employee is also your customer.
and they're getting videoed, so you can see it scanning like as it's getting videoed. You know, like how the self checkout does for everybody else. And so probably they're actually also creating more overuse injuries like carpal tunnel and neck strains and everything like that because they're making these people like chuck shit when they could just take their time and leisurely like their job. Like the guy at Meijer who sits there and talks to me and tells me how much he likes his job as he's putting it in. And I don't mind that
Is he putting what in?
the groceries in the bag that he scans.
Sorry, you had to.
Yeah.
You just said he.
I don't let
you said how
anybody
he was
put it
gently
in there.
talking-
Am I going to
He
let
was like gently talking to you as he's putting it in.
I'm not
He's
going to
like,
let
"What?"
the guy at Meijer put it in. Nobody's putting it in. So, but anyway,
That's sad.
What? Nobody's putting it in?
Maybe that would help with your anger.
I've been telling her that for years.
No, I don't
That
think
it would help
so.
my anger, but she
Maybe
hasn't done
maybe
a fucking
you
thing
getting
about it.
fucked in the ass would help with your anger.
Ooh, that would not help me with my anger. That would make me more angry. That would make me more angry. But yeah, so why?
No, not you getting fucked in the
Oh,
ass.
Beaveman getting fucked in
Beaveman.
the ass? How do you?
Yeah.
He said he would back into it. So
Take
maybe
it,
he
take
would.
it.
Yeah, maybe he would.
Yell, is that all you got?
Give it to me. And you're like, and then reach around and help me on the front.
Yeah.
So
That's-
yeah,
I feel like that's fair.
that's fair. So yeah, so I think that Aldi should
That's
look
how
at,
I like it.
I think that Aldi should look at their model and change it to care more. Like I guess I didn't even think about the caring about their employees, but care more about their employees because they would have less carpal tunnel if you did that and less neck pain and strain. Yeah. So that's my
What else
Aldi
you got?
rant.
What else you rant you got? What is interesting?
You know what drives me nuts? People, lots of things, but how about when there's people that stand outside, right outside the door to smoke, or smokers in general, and then they throw their nasty cigarette butts all over the place, and you're walking through their fucking cloud of nasty smoke or any of that to go into an establishment. Yes. You're
The
smoking.
chair-
Okay, so
the
you
chair
pick up
recognizes Nemo.
You pick up the cigarette, you light it again, and then you stab it with them in the arm.
Okay. I mean,
That's
I'd
how
be down
you get
with that.
revenge.
I mean,
the eye.
I'd be down with that. Yeah, maybe. Or like the people who think they're looking cool because they vape. And how is vaping allowed in a restaurant or a bar, but smoking isn't? It's just as nasty. I don't want to smell your blueberry, pineapple, fucking whatever you're vaping on, and it's just gross. And I think people who vape end up using it way more than they would actually smoke. Just go outside and smoke. Like you're hitting that thing like every fucking 5 seconds.
You're hitting that thing like
Like a fat kid on a cupcake.
You're tapping the air.
Yeah.
you know what vaping reminds me of?
What?
It's like if you were talking to somebody back when you were in elementary school and they have like Bubblicious, like grape flavor or something like
Uh-huh.
that, and they're breathing on you,
Uh-huh.
but like on a large scale. So it's like 10 adults chewing on Bubblicious bubblegum and then breathing it out.
And it comes with a side of popcorn lung and unknown cancer
It's
and other
gross.
shit.
It's gross.
So
I don't want
gross.
to. I want
So
your
gross.
vapor.
I want your vapors. The vapors.
Like it's just like you busting ass out your mouth all day long.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So the same.
Still the same.
And it probably, I don't know how much, I've never smoked or vaped, but I was at the gas station getting ice, standing in line, and a pack of cigarettes is like $10.75. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, that's like, I would rather burn money than just waste money on that. That's just crazy. I guess smoking is burning money, but
Well, you are burning
Yeah.
money when you smoke.
yeah, without the lung cancer and stink that comes along with it.
Mm.
Save your money and buy something cool, like crack.
So I'm taking it you're anti-smoking.
I'm anti-smoking. Yeah. Yeah. I would never date someone who smokes. He's like kissing and licking an ashtray. Blech.
I used to
Nope.
date this girl who
Yeah.
smoked for a little while, and she was like, "I'm gonna quit." I'm like, "Okay, good." And then so she quit, and I was like, for a while there, I was like, "Oh, okay, she must have really quit." But then every once in a while, I'd be like, "You started smoking again?" She's like, "No, I didn't." I'm like, You're lying." She's like, "Oh yeah, I did."
Yeah, you can taste it
Like,
even
it's
if they
super
don't
easy to
smoke
tell.
around you. Like it's there. Like everything smells like it. Your hair smells like it. Your clothes smell like it. Yeah. Blech.
I had an ex-girlfriend who used to. It's hard. I'm here in the back. She used to smoke in secret.
Uh-huh. But you could always tell,
It
right?
was really weird.
Yeah. There's
And
lots of
when
people
I
that are
came
like that.
outside and found her, she was like, "Ah."
Like closet smokers. Do you think that she did it in
Yeah.
secret because she was embarrassed? Or do you think that she did it in secret because she wanted like the thrill of trying to keep it a secret and get caught?
I think it was shame. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So
But I like the second answer better.
Yeah, it'd be more fun, especially if, like you sneak around to bang people.
yeah,
That's fun.
sure. How did we get to sex?
I
We're
imagine.
talking about smoking. How did we get to sex? We're just keep it in your pants over there.
I like how you were getting angry
I finger bind her in an ATM.
in an
In it,
ATM.
like in like a vestibule
Yeah.
type ATM thing?
Vestibule, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You banged her in her vestibule.
He did.
Hmm.
You know there's cameras in there, right?
Oh, I know.
Oh, that was part
They
of
don't
the
watch them. They don't care. They're not
they,
stealing money. They don't care about that.
they might be.
What are they going to do? What's the sex police is going to come and arrest them?
They might.
Mm.
Like, put your dirty pussy fingers not on the ATM keys. Now I don't even want to touch ATM keys. Thanks, Mike. That's another
You're
thing.
welcome.
You're welcome.
What? Don't you sanitize your hands after you touch the ATM?
I do, but I don't even want to like think about what people are touching it. Because yeah, I do. I have hand sanitizer
You
in my
just
car.
gotta go in there and spray the ATM.
That's probably a bad idea.
That's probably a bad idea. It's probably not frowned upon. Like that's like spray your computer keys and then wonder why it doesn't work.
What I think is funny is she was complaining to me about how angry she was and how upsetting it is and how basically it affects you in many ways.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, okay, yeah, no shit. I've been angry my entire life.
Well, clearly you're definitely affected then. Shit.
Well, but not going into it. You have a lot to be angry about right now.
Right, I do. So, and I'm thinking that expressing my anger like this is pretty healthy. And I'm like airing all the shit out and just getting it out there. So I feel like this is good for me.
Yeah,
Well, why?
if I may,
Yeah.
Yes, you may.
if I may, we all know psychology is a fake science.
Yes, it is.
We're all aware of that, but I do occasionally speak to my psychologist because I've been very angry and upset recently. And my psychologist actually gave me some very, very good advice.
Listen to this, Mike, and tell us.
He
what
told
you think.
me that it was very healthy for me to embrace my anger, to go ahead and embrace my hate, and that it was very healthy for me to seek vengeance, and that I should definitely embrace vigilantism. And I thought that was really good advice. And so thank you. Shout out to my psychologist.
What do you think about that?
Did he get his degree from a Cracker Jack pod?
No, think about this in my like from your psychology point of view. What do you think what was the one word that you think that he wasn't hearing during that whole entire theme?
That it's good to let it out, but it's not to be ruled by it.
Yeah, and how about don't seek vengeance? Like it's like when you yell at the dog and you're like, "Stop!" Like he wasn't hearing the don't seek vengeance. Don't embrace vigilantism. He just didn't hear that first word. I think
The words came out of his mouth.
The words
I distinctly heard him say, "Seek vengeance." Embrace vigilantism. Express your anger. Let the hatred flow.
I think I'm going to call him up and tell him he needs to speak to you like a dog. Like when you speak to your dog and when you're like, don't do whatever.
Hit him with the newspaper.
No, you have to. When you speak to a dog, you're supposed to say their name first. So if he would have said, Beaveman, don't embrace vigilantism, he would have heard the don't part because they don't hear the first word. They don't pay attention to the first word. Dogs, usually. Because you're like, come here. And then if you say, Sammy, come here, then they come.
Those words came out of his mouth.
They did, but you admitted the don't. Definitely omitted.
I didn't admit
the
anything.
Don't. You did.
I didn't.
Chose not to hear that part.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So,
well,
yes.
Vagine is not coming.
She's
so that's
not
fine.
coming. She's just ditched.
That's fine. This is why, this is another thing.
And then doesn't
You
that
know
make
what?
you
This
angry?
is what makes me fucking angry.
When people
This is a
commit to
professional
things,
fucking
and then
podcast.
when they don't come and they don't show up, it's like a fucking job.
Yeah, and we
Show
could have
up
done
to
this
your
earlier.
job.
We could have
We
done it
could've
earlier.
We
could have done it
now
earlier.
We're both talking over each other, and that makes Beefman real angry, and I'm doing it on purpose because I'm trying to fuel the rage.
Hulk out.
What?
Hulk out.
Hulk out. Let me tell you what makes me angry.
Okay,
Let me tell you
tell me
something
what's
that
angry. Tell me what makes you angry.
Let me tell you a little something here. When cute little grandma I loved it when cute little grandma lived with us because this is what happens in my home.
You had to be nice about it.
No, listen,
not
this
be
is what happens
angry?
in my home.
Okay, go ahead.
This is what happens. This is before cute little grandma lived here, right? Baby Swan and Swan, they would leave shit all over the floor. Like they would track shit in, the dog would track shit in, and they would just walk over it, see it. Like I'm talking like crumbs, leaves. They would eat. They'd leave crumbs all over the counter.
Like we live in a fucking pigsty.
They'd leave crumbs all over the
No,
floor.
it's not like that at all. But okay.
Shit in the sink. They would put their nasty food in the sink and rinse it out, but not clean the drain, not clean the little stop route. So they do all this nasty shit, right? Little grandma moves in with us. She's walking with her walker, 98 years old.
Got
And
her
she would-
bifocals on.
And she would say, "What's that on the floor?" I'm like, "Oh, you see that? You see that, Grandma? Yeah. What is that?" I'm like, "Let me take care of that." I'm like, "Oh, but yet two people who are 50 and
I'm not 50.
I'm not done, bitch.
Okay. Oh,
I was about to say at least 50 years younger than her.
okay.
And the other one who's at least 78 years younger than her can't see it,
Nope.
but she can.
She's meticulous.
Do you
She
think
was.
she left crumbs everywhere?
No.
No.
But I think okay, you're talking
Well,
about
she grew up in the Great Depression,
they ate all those
and
crumbs.
crumbs were food.
Yes. You just triggered one of my favorite cute memories
I'm not
about
done.
her. Oh. Can I say my memory
No.
before I get
And
oh.
so now
Remember
the
your
other
memory.
one of her children is here hanging out with us, who's just as bad as Swan and Baby Swan. And these motherfuckers get crumbs every goddamn where. And not only do they do that, they put their nasty shit in the sink and they'll rinse out their dishes. Do you think any of them clean out the freaking stopper? Not goddamn one of them. I do that all goddamn day. All goddamn day I clean up after these
crummy.
two.
That's nice, Mice. Good job. How long did it take you to think of that one? This whole rant?
Oh, it's second grade.
I was waiting
That's a
for
grader.
it for
It's a second grader joke.
minutes.
It's hack.
It's
It's
hack. It's hack. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you my cute little
You're
grandma.
just jealous because you couldn't pun it.
Hack.
Okay. So cute little grandma memory. She was so cute, and you like wanted to do nice things for her and take care of her and do all the things, but she takes forever. She would eat really slow, and she'd be like, "I'm like, how's your soup, Grandma? Oh, well, that would be nicer if it was warm. Could you warm it up for me?" I'm like, it was warm 10 minutes ago. You should have ate it. Could you just microwave it just a little bit? Make it just a little warm. I'm like, yes, Grandma. I'll just do that. I'm like, oh, that was funny.
Now it's too hot.
And
Now
then
it's too
she'd
hot.
burn her mouth.
Yeah, and that like, too hot. It's too hot. Mm-hmm.
And then you'd be like, "Serves you right, bitch."
No, you can't be mean to cute little grandma. You wanted to, but you couldn't because she was so cute about it. I'm like, Grandma's passively aggressively cute. I'm like, how do you make passive aggressive cute? Oh, you put it in a little 98-year-old package. So yeah,
What else you got, angry lady?
I want to talk about people. How
For just a moment, let's talk about how much Vajiji sucks.
let's talk about how much Gigi sucks because she's not here. And then she's not even here to defend herself.
First of all, she's the one she was the
This
first
was her
one to
idea.
respond.
She's like, me, pick me, I'll be me. Yeah, it's
I
me.
like to be on the podcast.
I can't not. I have FOMO.
I like to be on the podcast.
And I like hummus.
Oh, look at me. I love Palestine.
Oh, I like hummus and I have gluten. I can't eat the gluten. No gluten, but I will be late today. Oh, but I'm not coming.
Gluten. It gives me the Palestine.
Maybe she's on the shitter because she had some gluten today. That's your only excuse to not be here. If you're on the shitter because of the gluten.
No, I told you where she's not here.
She
Right
has an
now,
appointment.
right now she has an appointment because she's got a drippy vag.
Oh.
And so she's getting some swabs done.
Oh.
And it's going to be a couple days
Who
so they
was
figure
she
out what
with
it is.
that her veg is drippy?
What?
Who wasn't she with that her vag was drippy and she's not here to defend herself? Hiyo. Love you, but don't want to love you.
It's like a New York City subway. Everyone's running through it.
Ew.
Yucky. You don't even want to sit there. You definitely don't want to touch the walls. Don't do it. Nope.
She's like the town trampoline.
Everybody gets a jump. No.
Everybody goes up and down, up and down.
Anyway, no,
Anyway.
she's got some sort of vaginismus going on.
Stop it. She does not. She's at some other appointment. We'll just we'll make up an
She has
appointment.
gonorrhea
for
of the
her.
throat. She's got throat pain. It's not
No.
strep. If it comes back negative for strep, I know what it is. It's gonorrhea. Throat gonorrhea.
Mike's had that like probably 8 times. He's got
I
like a
have.
running prescription.
Ah.
Like, hey doc, and he's like, "Yep, I know. I'll call it in."
Why are you low key calling me a whore?
You call yourself that? Like that's not low key. That's like straight up fact.
Yeah, but wow.
Because I'm unleashing the anger, and everything that has been filtered is coming out now. And I didn't.
I
wanna
don't remember what it was.
I didn't want to push you down the stairs.
I did.
If that's
Not because of any reason in particular. Just because.
just to see it happen.
Just because.
See, I didn't want to do that. I feel like I'm nicer.
I would say you are. Of the two of you, you definitely.
Well, okay, so I think that you might be wrong subtly because he just puts it out there all at front. I hold it all inside and I will keep it in till the end and I will play revenge for the long game. So I'm okay with like a 5-year plan to it finally coming out. So does that make me more evil or I think it makes me more evil.
It makes you Italian.
Oh.
I don't know if you're Italian.
I'm not Italian, but I guess, I could
You can
try.
hold a grudge.
I can hold. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I hold a grudge big time. And I'll tell you that I forgive you, and I might forgive you, but you will not be it would not be forgot. So I'll bring it back around if it comes out, if it needs to be, for sure. So, yeah.
That's all you got. That's the
Well,
extent
let
of your
me
anger.
know if
No.
I'm ever on your shit list.
Oh, you'll know. So, I mean, I tell you and I give you a chance to fix it, but if you don't fix it, it's gonna be ugly. Ugly. And you won't even know it's me. Yeah.
I mean, I don't feel like it'd be a hard thing to do. You just hire somebody to push him over.
True.
I mean, you could hire somebody in second grade to do that.
Aww.
Give him a couple
A
cookies.
big second grader? He's got to be a big second grader. I think it would take a little bit of force. Little second grader might not be able to. Unless he's already in motion.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
just
already in
wait
motion.
till he's walking and then push him.
No, you don't even have to push him. You fall down in
I'm
front
like
of
a
him.
weeble wobble.
You fall down in front of him.
Oh. And
Once
then
he gets his momentum going, you literally just fall
I'm
in
like a
front of him.
weeble wobble. I never fall.
Ooh, I thought of another thing I want Mike to do. Jump rope.
How is that going to happen?
I don't know.
Like double Dutch type?
So I don't know. It's just regular old jump rope. We could like put one in his hand and it'll stay there because it's like contracted shut. And I just want to see it. Just do it.
I've tried that. It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. Okay, so we could tape it
doesn't
to your
work.
I don't
hand.
think he can jump like that.
Can you jump? Can you jump? Can you get both feet
No,
up?
I can jump. Jumping is not the problem. The problem is the hand movement.
Oh. So you just use the motion that you use when you're spanking it, but try to get the other hand to do that too.
I
Okay,
can't.
two things. Either you don't understand how jump roping works,
I don't.
or you don't understand how a man jacks himself off.
I don't. Probably either.
How does the hand motion of jerking off have anything to do with the hand motion of jumping rope? What are
This
you
is
talking
how
about? I'm not going to crank. That is totally a recipe for breaking your cock. This is how you jerk someone off, Swan. Like this.
Well, I guess I might have had that wrong. I don't know how to hula hoop either, so I don't know. Just saying. So, okay, back to my anger.
First, we must insult Vajij again.
Oh, we do?
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Vajij, what can we say about Vajij? Probably right now she's met somebody at a bus
Oh.
stop.
They said hi to her,
They said hi to her, and
yeah.
she was felt an immediate attraction.
And she
because
was
they-
like, "Do you want a blowjob?"
And
Oh, of course.
They're like, of course, like we'll put our dick anywhere. Just don't. This isn't my real name, and this isn't my phone number.
Oh, she's gonna kill
My
all
real
of us.
name is Habibi.
And she's like, the top of your head is beautiful. Don't look up. Don't look up.
Yes.
Don't look up. Don't look up.
She's gonna kill all of us.
No, she's not.
No, she's gonna be real mad though. So
No, it's probably true.
that's very true.
Probably true.
I was upset listening to the last podcast. I'm like, oh, they hurt me.
They cut me real deep.
I think the reason why she's been gone so long is because they had to send the swabs like to the CDC or something to figure out what it is
she's
that
in
she's
quarantine.
got. She's had every STI that they can't even figure this one out. Like, what is this one?
It's an STI only Greek people get.
Oh, maybe
Ugh.
it's a gluten-free
It's
one.
hairy.
Oof.
It's a gluten-free one.
Oof.
Okay, so how about back to my anger? Another thing that pisses me off real bad. Why don't people own their shit?
I mean,
Like-
I own my shit. It's not coming out recently though. I've been constipated ever since. the
I have
incident.
not. I've been taking
I
4
cannot
prunes a
shit.
day.
Pretty
and
sure
I've
I
shit
have 10
every
pounds.
day.
Pretty
Real
sure.
good.
Pretty sure I'm carrying about 10 pounds of colon.
I
goo.
drop my shit and then I own it. I'm like, that's my shit.
For sure. And
It's
I
still in
clogged
your
that
pants.
toilet.
Still in your pants though.
Yeah, you don't clog toilets if you do it in your
I own
pants.
it. Look, it's right here.
He's like, and then on the plus side, I don't have to plunge the toilet. That's something I can't do because I only got one good
Yeah, he
arm.
may not freaking clog up the toilet, but he's clogging up the washing machine. He's the only one that has to call a plumber to plunge his washing
I
machine.
don't think you guys understand what one hand can do. You don't need 2 hands to plunge toilet.
washing
You only
machine?
need 1 good hand.
Don't you need like momentum? You have to hold on to something.
We got to work on your skills, Swan.
Okay, we probably do. I mean, with one hand, I'm like hindered. I can't wipe my ass left-handed really well. It's hard. So, I mean, dominant hand, take away the dominant hand, like that's hard.
Is it hard?
It is.
I'm left-hand. I was born left-hand dominant.
Yeah, but your body and your brain had to make you. You were a baby when that happened, so your brain like was really easy to switch it over and learn how to do right hand.
It wasn't really easy, but it like I still have problems with things that require
Two
differing.
hands?
Like my handwriting sucks. I can't tie my things right. Everything I do is backwards.
You're like, I need
because I'm supposed
Velcro.
to do it.
I need Velcro and safety scissors. No.
When I stand my eye.
Yeah.
Ah!
Don't run with scissors, Mike. I highly don't advise it for you.
I highly don't advise him to run.
True. Yeah.
What other angry shit?
Back to own your shit. Like how it's so easy to make excuses. It seems like people like fucking make excuses for shit all the time. Like why is it everybody makes excuses and blames other people for their own shit? Just own your fucking shit. Like it's so people who play the victim. Like I know so many people.
It's narcissism.
Oh, just everybody who doesn't own their shit and blames others is a narcissist?
I think for people that can't say they're sorry, or people that can't say, you know what, I did wrong, that's a form of narcissism.
But what about the people who play victim? Like the people who are, oh, poor pathetic me, I got to post about it online. Like, what's the point? Do you want people to say they're sorry for you? Or are you just trying to get attention? Or are you posting it about your daily things and you think that everybody else around you doesn't have those unfortunate things that happen, like, oh, my heater broke, I need to post about it. Oh, my car needs new brakes. Oh, my, I locked my keys in my car. That shit happens to everybody else. But why do you feel the need to post about it? To get attention, to feel you're sorry, to feel like everybody around you is? It seems like the people who post those negative things, they don't post like happy things, or maybe we just don't fucking see them because of all their negative things. Like, when's the last time I seen your child's birthday or the happy like dog pictures that are on people's posts? Nope. It's just full of your negative bullshit about your dumb stuff. So that's what I was thinking about. And then
that's also there's self-involved.
Yeah. But I would rather like own my shit. So, and then like just think about, it made me think about how most restaurant reviews, you're not going to post a happy review at a restaurant, but you see like 50,000 negative ones, right? Because people want to post negative shit to make other negative shit.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, it's been a fun conversation, but Nemo has to go.
Nemo has to go.
I
wasn't even done with my anger. You guys. I wasn't angered. I wasn't done anger dumping, and now you're cutting me off. So that makes me
make it
more
angry. We can make it a two-parter, Swan.
Okay, to be continued.
You know what? I could leave and you could cuss me out.
I mean that wouldn't be as much. We can do that. I already kind of made fun of him a bunch while he was here, so I feel pretty made fun out of Mike. Like I'm kind of,
from the top of the nose up, Mike looks handsome.
Aw, I mean your hair looks good. I'll give you a compliment after I shit sandwiched you for a while. Your hair looks good today.
It's okay. It's okay. You don't need to give me a compliment.
You're like, oh,
hair's all right.
What?
My soul is dead now.
Oh, you're leaving so that you can go cry. You're holding back the tears.
You want to be the boss?
Into a pillow around the noose.
Oh, well, I don't condone suicide.
I don't either, especially since you're no way you're going to be able to tie a noose knot yourself.
That is true. Oh, yeah.
Get some assistance.
On that note, ask for help.
You guys really underestimate what one-handed people can do. You are fucking ableist. You're fucking ableist.
Yeah, why don't you come over and cut some bread?
Yeah.
I could tie my shoes on my noose. Easy.
Can you cut your bread?
Can you cut your own bread?
Is it hard like that fucking bread you fed me?
Yes.
No, then I can't. I eat it like a rabid dog.
All right. On that note, thanks for hanging out with us. and listening to my rage.
Bye, guys.
We'll probably
Love ya.
continue it.
Goodbye.
Bye, Nemo.
And scene. Now, how long will it take Nemo to figure out how to leave the room?
I don't know, but are you going to say goodbye or are we going to keep talking about him while he's gone?
Oh,
Oh,
he's
he
gone.
left. Bye, Nemo. Miss
Nemo.
you. We can talk about him now. He's gone. I mean, we were talking about him when he was there because I don't really care to not. I don't need to hide it anymore. I'm just going to let it all out.
I believe you've been calling me an asshole for the past 2 decades.
Well, that is true. It's just going to get worse now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
Now, why do you feel like it was okay for you to say that about me for the past 2 decades?
because I want to demonize you.
I see.
Yeah. So can we go back to the own your own shit thing?
Sure, go back to owning your own
Okay.
shit thing.
Do you remember how, like, when we were in nursing school and it was always told that you should, if you make a mistake, like, do the important things, like the 5 rights of medication administration, and make sure you document everything and just be a good person and be an advocate for your patient. But if you make a mistake because you're a human, own your own shit. Write yourself up. It's okay because we'd rather find out about it now, and like nobody's gonna punish you for owning the mistake that you made because you're a fucking human, not a robot. But nobody does that anymore. Like, why do people try to cover up their shit and hopefully nobody notices? You know, I don't think, you know, as a nurse, I can look back and be like, oh, I don't really think I've made that many errors because I really do try to take things one at a time, be slow, check the things, you know, double check your orders, do all the stuff. But I have made mistakes, and I made a mistake that wasn't even my fault. It was a machine error, and it ran like the medication in, and we like went back and we're like, yep, I programmed the machine correctly. It's running right. And I felt horrible. How can you not feel horrible when a mistake happens? And it didn't even have a bad patient outcome. It was a medication that ran in and it was fine. But I'm like, why is that done so early? Why is my bag empty? The pump malfunctioned. We sent it back to the thing. It wasn't my fault at all, but I still thought over and over again, why did that happen? And I felt bad that something happened that didn't even cause an error or a patient poor outcome, when people who do cause poor outcomes and or injure people on purpose or just don't care and they don't give a fuck. Why?
I don't know the answer to that question. Most
That's-
people are pretty shitty.
Okay, yeah, that's what it is. I'm just saying, why can't people own their shit and be a fucking good human?
Well, and that's why you can't. That's why when they say opposites attract, is not true. Say, if you are with somebody who's less than scrupulous and you're scrupulous,
Mm-hmm.
it's not going to last.
Okay.
You're not going to get along. They're going to make decisions that you don't agree with. You're going to make decisions that they are like, oh, you're a square for doing that. It's not a relationship that's going to work out.
Okay. I agree with that, I guess. Because so maybe that's opposites attract for like interests and things like that. Not exactly opposites attract as like the kind of person you are. Because I wouldn't want to be with a shitbag. So I think it's just more of a what likes and things you have, or maybe opposites attract as you might be blonde and you like dark haired people, more physical things, not how you are as a person.
I always thought it was how you are as a person.
Well, I don't think that that's true. I think, well, maybe a little bit, but maybe
Like if you're a jock, you date
cheerleader.
Oh, that
No,
would be the same. That's
I know,
not opposite.
that's what I'm saying.
If you're a jock and you date a
Nerd.
band geek.
A band
something
dirt.
like that.
Yeah. Well, I think that those are just interests. Those aren't who they are as a person. 'Cause
Isn't
you
it though?
No.
Isn't your interests what shapes you as a human also? Like if your interest in the talents that you have and the dedication that you have to one thing is different than the dedication you might have to playing a sport.
No, I mean, yes and no, because you could be a really dedicated crackhead and still be a good person.
Okay, not what I was talking about. But
I know what you're talking
weird-
about.
That's a totally weird.
But I'm just saying that person might not be a bad person, but they have a bad habit, but they underlyingly are a good, caring person. So I think it's still person. If you're an asshole, are you going to be attracted to another asshole? No, because you're going to butt heads with each other. So
Okay. Well, clearly
don't
we
know.
don't agree.
we don't agree. So we should
Clearly.
just probably break up now.
Well, I think that we should make this a 2-parter episode.
Okay, to be continued.
To be
with
continued.
anger.
So now we're to be continued of Let the Hate Flow Through You, and we will have a 2-parter.
Yeah.
Coming up soon after
Coming
the
up soon.
break. Okay, so we're back here in the Beaver Den, the Beaveman here with the Swan. Last podcast that we recorded was abruptly ended. As we all know, Vajij didn't show up. and Nemo had to go.
He had to shit.
He had to go. He had
the runs.
Sure. He had a bloody diarrhea. Anyway.
So
what we figured we would do, we would reach out to some local talent here. I'm looking at my the stuff that my producer handed me. Local known personality or something. Not anybody that I've ever heard of. Swan, have you ever heard of this person?
I think I have.
You think you have?
The name sounds a little bit familiar.
Oh, you're head injured, so you probably haven't.
Oh, I probably have. Maybe I have.
Maybe you have.
Maybe it's just a figment
so,
of my imagination.
Let's welcome here virtually, if you will, because they are not here in the studio. Everyone, let's welcome to Slaptail Squad, Sally Starr. Everyone.
Hi.
Just wait for the applause, Sally. That's how a show works.
Oh, sorry.
She's just excited. She's so excited. You're not used to the sound of clapping and applause?
Well, it is a Cooking for One TV show that I do, so...
Oh, yeah,
you know.
Cooking for One.
I'm looking at the notes here for my producer, and according to what I have here, you have a show coming out on the Food Network. Is that right?
No, the FUD Network.
The FUD Network. Oh, okay. Oh,
yes.
oh, he's waving at me.
You know.
Okay, he's waving at me now. He's waving at me now. Apparently, you were banned from showing up at the Food Network.
Yes, absolutely, I was. It is my claim to fame.
Something about dumpster diving.
Well, it was a little bit of dumpster diving and a little bit because I tried to bring my assistant with me, and Food Network does not like cats, and Mr. Speculum was not welcome in the building.
Sorry, you said so. You have a pussy named Speculum.
Yes, Mr. Speculum.
Oh,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Speculum. Okay. How did Mr. Speculum get that name exactly?
How did what?
How did Mr. Speculum?
Yeah. He was born with it.
Oh, so that's his God-given name.
Yes.
Oh, so now what you give him? Now what you call him, that's what he told you his name is.
Yes, exactly.
Is that the family name? I mean, does he have a first name? Or is it just the full name is Mr. Speculum? Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so I'm looking at your latest cookbook that's coming out. You are basing this cookbook on two main ingredients, and I'm looking here, and one of them is wheat paste and packing peanuts.
It is. It's how to get creative with things you might have around the home for food.
Is that something that people should consume?
Is it something they shouldn't?
Nobody has told me no yet. So I tried to do a test kitchen, but I don't have friends. So nobody showed up. But I thought it tasted.
You thought it tasted?
It definitely does taste.
Can you describe it a little bit? Was it much to do like cardboard, or what did it actually taste like?
Well, there is texture.
Texture, yes,
and
texture's good.
And it is a color.
Oh,
the flavor definitely comes out.
Okay, so if you could let's not just go with it. Let's just go with one main. Do all of your recipes contain both ingredients, or do you just use one or the other?
No, some just contain one, some just contain the other. I like to spice things up.
Okay.
It is a cooking book after all.
What kind of spices do you use?
Say that again.
What kind of spices do you use? Tell us your secrets.
Okay. You're saying one of the words.
Secrets?
And I am just not comprehending it. What am I using?
Spices, like flavors. What do you use to add flavor to your...
I have never heard that word before.
Oh.
Can you tell me about it?
Yeah, what makes it have a taste or a flavor, or just something that you want to have it all day long. Like you want it. It's like you're home cooked. You think of home and grandma when you eat that.
And you said these were spices?
Spices. Like ice.
I mean,
an SP.
That sounds so interesting. I have never heard of this. I will have to look into that to see if I should include any of it in my cooking.
Well, I mean, they talk about spices in world history. They talk about spices in world history. Do don't even remember that. You know how they went to they were always
I
trading in
have blocked
spices.
out large chunks of my childhood. Thank you for asking.
Oh, okay. If I could though, if I see another entry here that you do make a birthday cake from paste and packing peanuts, and then you
Yes.
garnish it
Yes,
with toothpaste.
I do. It is, well, you know what? I do a little bit of toothpaste to decorate it, but I really like to fill the inside in with cat hair. Have you ever tried that on a cake? I mean, it's just like right there all the time on all of my clothes. I just get a little roller like, and then cat hair. You can add it to any dish, like anything that you want.
Right.
Nobody stops you.
No. Well, I imagine nobody stops you. Yeah, that's probably a valid point.
Oh, there you are, Mr. Speculum.
That is a very interesting element to a birthday cake.
Just from a medical standpoint, though, I don't. If you consume hair, we don't typically digest that, and it can actually accumulate in the gut. And
I have had several surgeries.
Oh,
That
okay.
explains that.
okay, and did you know in olden times, Swan,
Yes.
people used to keep bezoars
Mm-hmm.
because
They
they thought they
wear 'em?
had magical properties
They wear 'em
of
like
like
a
from
necklace.
animals.
They wear them like a necklace, I think.
Yeah.
I've seen that. I've heard of that.
Have you ever? So have you had those removed then?
I keep mine on my mantle.
Okay. And has anyone
My
told you
collection.
maybe not? They haven't said don't maybe stop consuming cat hair?
I have blocked out large chunks of my adulthood.
Oh, so both. Okay.
I have a question. So
Yes.
with that love of cat hair as your ingredient, do you ever groom Mr. Speculum?
Um,
I mean, you
if
can tell
mean
us
by tongue.
by
then
tongue.
yes.
Oh, yes. I was actually kind of asking
Good.
that.
Good. Yes,
good.
absolutely. We're a brush-free household.
Is that because your brushes that you can't get one locally sourced, or is it because they make too many brushes due to child labor and you're boycotting
No,
it?
I have to leave the house to get those, and I don't often do that. Hence the call from home.
Oh, okay. So do you stream on the FUD network? Now, I was looking up the FUD network and nothing seems to be populating. Is that like a mainstream type of network? Nothing. I'm doing a search right now and nothing is popping up for the FUD network.
I will be honest. My agent, I think that's what he calls himself, did not speak English.
Ah.
So I kept getting a nyet from him, but I don't know what that means. So I don't know. I guess I'll come on next week.
So is there some like crew that's coming there? Did they send you equipment to film from your own home?
Oh no, I just film it on my my laptop. I have a Apple PowerBook from, I believe I got it in college, so that would have been early 2000s.
Well, we don't know for
hit
sure.
it twice to get it started, but it does still hook up to the World Wide Web.
The internet.
Do you
Yes.
still use dial-up, or are you like having?
What year do you think it is? Of course I do.
What year do you think it is?
I don't know.
All right. So in respect to college, do you remember college or not?
I feel
No.
like she may
Thank
have
you for
blocked those
asking.
out.
I had to do a quick brain scan. I don't.
Swan
No.
questions?
Well, I had some, but you guys were chatting, so, and because I'm head injured,
Sorry.
I forgot.
It's so nice to talk to real people.
Isn't it? Do you think that we're actually really real? Or is this, maybe?
Oh, no.
I'm kind of questioning that for you.
Not again.
Not again?
This always happens whenever I start to make friends. It just turns out that it was Mr. Speculum's trick the whole time. Mr. Speculum, are you doing this?
Is he talking back to you right now?
He's ignoring me. He's shying away from this chaos that he's caused, Mr. Speculum.
Swan, I think that maybe this person has some severe vitamin
Trauma.
deficiencies.
Vitamin deficiencies. I was
Probably,
thinking trauma.
probably really low on the B vitamins if she's just eating paste and packing peanuts
Yeah.
and cat hair.
Can you tell us what else is in your daily intake of
I
food?
mean, what else is in this specific cookbook? You've put out multiple cookbooks, but this one is
I have. Oh goodness. I think my favorite. I'm gotta flip through the book because
multiple pages, Swan.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. She's
personally
very
like-
resourceful.
I personally like oyster meal, where I take oatmeal that I had left over in the morning, and then I find a can of oysters outside. Somebody leaves it out there for me, and I just go ahead and combine the two. It is a delicacy. Add a little maple syrup. Perfection.
Like real maple syrup?
Is that a spice?
I think it could be a flavor additive, maybe, but not necessarily a spice.
Or like a sweetener.
Like a sweetener.
Dang
Yeah.
it. I knew I'd figure it out at some point. I thought that was going to be it.
I do have a question. Is there ever
Yes.
kitty litter involved in any of your recipes? Because I've heard that
is there
it added-
toilet water involved in yours, ma'am?
Damn.
No. But I heard that
I have standards.
Oh, you do? But I've heard that it adds a nice crunch.
No.
No.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and guess that Sally's cat doesn't have the benefit of kitty litter.
Oh, you're probably right.
No.
Is it
Mr.
house trained?
Speculum has hordes of kitty litter, and the crunch comes from the kibbles that we share.
Oh.
Resulting in kitty litter.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was just questioning.
Now, I find it amazing that, so you just have the one cat. Oh, I'm sorry. You occupy space with this.
Thank you, and yes.
It's not your cat.
It's just Mr.
that's
Speculum and I.
Mr. Speculum and you. Okay. And does Mr. Speculum talk?
Only when he wants to.
Only when he wants to. And do you ever wake up in the middle of the night with him like sitting on your chest, staring into your
Holding
face?
a knife?
Sure. I didn't know they had thumbs, but okay, why not?
In his mouth.
Oh, in his mouth. Okay.
Don't have thumbs. Not most cats. The Hemingway cats do, but not all of us can be Hemingway.
No, and those ones, unfortunately, Swan, drink too much and kill themselves.
They usually
Hi-yo!
do short lives.
Oh,
Yeah.
Get in.
What was he trying to cut with that knife? I mean, he was probably working on the next recipe or something.
my carotid.
Oh, whoa. Mr. Speculum's an attempted murderer, an assassin.
Oh, definitely.
And why do you still share space with him if he's that?
Have you seen his face?
No, I
He
haven't.
got a little kitty face. He got a
Aw.
little kitty face.
Is he cute? What is he
He's
like?
very cute.
Is he colorful? Is he a chubby kitty? Is he a long haired or short haired?
He's a short hair. The long hair would be too much for the food.
Oh,
We keep it to short hairs.
gotcha.
And it's orange, so it's a little like marmalade. And he little chubby, little chubs.
So
But that's probably because we eat so good here.
So
I'm
does-
a little chubby too myself. Oh.
I just have one. I just have one question.
Yes.
I'm hoping that this is. I'm hoping the answer goes my way and it's not completely disturbing. But do you discriminate what area of hair you get from the cat, or does it not matter?
Hair is hair.
Like, what if it's
Who's discriminating?
what if it's hair that's like around the poop chute or the genital area?
You wash the hair first.
So you wash the hair first.
you wash the hair while it's still attached, or you like put it in like a mesh bag and like wash it type of thing.
Mesh bag.
Oh,
Okay,
Okay,
Swan,
Mesh
if I
bag
may.
wash
reasonable. Okay.
Don't you do that to your vegetables? Vegetables? Those are grown in poop.
Yeah, I mean, I do know. I mean, it's kind of like
Vegetables.
yes, they are. Yes, it's kind of like when they shear a sheep, it is covered in poop, and then they wash it, and then they
Who's shearing a sheep?
shearing. Did I say
I sounded like
sharing?
Sharon to me.
Shearing. I don't want to shear a sheep, and
This
I
is in
don't want to have
Montana.
a sheep at all.
Sorry, people from Montana. I couldn't resist.
Yeah. I have another question.
Okay, go ahead.
Is the
Yes.
hair used in other things? Like, do you make your own like yarn or clothing using it as well?
No.
No?
No,
Okay.
that would be ridiculous.
Strictly food. Okay.
Strictly food.
Gotcha.
We have a food grade cat here,
Okay.
but
Just
not the
wondering.
meat.
But not the meat. No. That would be barbaric.
That would be barbaric. You shear the sheep, you don't slice the throat. Oh.
Do you drink coffee or some sort of beverage like that?
Some, yes, a lot, mostly.
You don't do that thing where you have your cat eat like coffee beans and then dookie it out.
No, he
Okay.
has no taste for it. I've tried, believe me, who hasn't? But no.
Oh, he just doesn't. You would if he ate the coffee beans.
Oh,
What you're
yes, clearly.
Oh, clearly. What's a silly question? I mean, because then you could even make locally sourced organic hair filters for your coffee, I suppose, from your cat.
Exactly.
Ooh, yeah, that's a great idea. We could probably sell that with marketing.
Keep that all in home or in house.
Mhm.
Well, Swan, do you have any other questions for this rather disturbing, guest that we have
If you get like locally syndicated or nationally syndicated, would you consider coming onto the set to do that, or are you strictly only film from home?
Leaving the house.
I know, but what if it was your big break?
I'd have to talk to my agent. Yes.
Yeah, the one that doesn't speak English. I'm sure that'll go really well.
See what he says if I'm loud.
Do you think that Mr. Speculum would be up for a nationally syndicated show, even if you weren't? Would he leave your side and we could take this on the road? I mean, we could find another.
I think he would kill me for it. Yeah,
he would kill you for it.
Yes.
We don't want to do that then.
Right.
Right.
We keep the knives locked up now. For
Good
that.
thing, because he doesn't have thumbs, he can't like turn the key or anything to get said knives.
Right.
Thank goodness.
Oh yes,
Oh,
thank goodness. We wouldn't want anything to happen to Sally.
Right.
No.
Are you going to have a book signing?
Is somebody trying to kill me?
Well, I don't know.
I mean, Mr.
Okay.
Speculum.
I haven't met you in person, and I already want to kill you.
What?
Huh?
Why would I
I'm
come
sorry.
to your house?
Sorry, didn't hear anything. What would you say? What was that? Sorry.
Why would I come to your house?
We didn't. He didn't invite
Definitely
you to
not
your
inviting you to the house. Definitely not inviting you to the house. No, it was a studio question.
Okay. I thought you were inviting me over to do like private chef things. I figured it was one of those things. And
what do you mean by that? What do you mean by a private chef thing? What do you mean?
No, cook all your meals for you. Get paid handsomely to do so.
Oh, okay.
Grocery shop in the place where they come from.
Are you going to do a cookbook signing? Is that coming up anytime soon? Are you doing that?
All of my cookbooks are handwritten, so they are signed. Yes.
That also helps her not have to leave the house. So it's already done for you.
Well, what if somebody wants it personalized?
Like to
so and so.
I would kiss that person.
You would.
Somebody wants to pay money for me to acknowledge them. I'm there.
Well, I feel like they just probably want you to say to so and so. I don't know if they want a full on kiss, but
I
maybe.
would.
Oh, okay.
I would.
Sounds of desperation, Swan. Sounds of desperation. Well, this has been an extremely enlightening chat with Sally Starr from the FUD Network. Oh no, she's still talking, Swan. She
dosed up to be able to go out in public soon. So don't forget to catch me on the road. I don't know.
You drive?
Hopefully not in the middle of it.
In the middle of it, like splattering in the middle of it, or driving down the middle lane. Do you drive?
Just standing in general, but hopefully, no.
Near a railroad track?
No.
Okay, good.
No, Griffin Place stopped that urge.
Okay, good. That's progress, right? Mm-hmm.
It sure is.
Well, this has been very, again, enlightening. I'm still trying to get rid of this guest one.
Sally, I have one last question for
Damn.
you. One last question before we wrap it up. Do you feel safe at home?
I don't feel safe anywhere.
Alrighty, well,
you're
I
funny,
think I
funny
hear
people.
Mr. Speculum ringing the dinner bell for you. It's time to cook.
Oh,
Yeah, I think it is.
Speculum, are you ringing the dinner bell?
Yeah, well, thank you again, Sally, so much. Thank you for so much for being on the Slaptail Squad podcast. Yeah, good shout out to her, and hopefully, catch her on the FUD network, which doesn't exist, and catch her with no local book signings. So I guess you would catch her nowhere.
Yeah, you'll probably be able to not find her on social media as well.
Unless, of course, the only way you're probably going to find her is if someone reports a smell coming from her house when they find her rotted and decaying body after being killed by a
I'm
cat.
so glad if somebody would notice me.
Sorry, this is how we mute people, Swan, and then just completely
just mute it.
What an
Just
amazing
mute it.
segment, Swan! How
great.
wonderful was that?
That was wonderful.
Oh
wonderful,
boy!
Wonderful.
Anything to say to the audience at home, Swan, to wrap up this episode?
Stay safe, and I guess maybe she'll be more popular AD. Like as
After
in,
death?
Yes.
Well, I guess that's for me then. Adios, mooch fuckos. Sorry again for the changes in the schedule, but we'll be back on track. Can't really tell you why we've been off schedule. We'll get to it someday.
We'll get
Someday.
there. Someday. And then
Adios,
for me,
mooch fuckos. God damn
I'm
it.
sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm done.
And bye from the Swan. Sally, if you're still there, you may say
I
goodbye.
already muted her, Swan. This is how we cut off guests.
I know, but I'm
hung up
bringing
on
her back.
Fine,
To say
okay.
Goodbye. I'm
There we
bringing her
go.
back just to say goodbye.
Go ahead.
Goodbye.
Oh, god damn.